Welcome to the Business Shop Podcast, where our guests speak on meeting the challenges of entrepreneurship, as well as offer tips and advice on business, marketing, technology, and more. Whether you are a newbie or a seasoned professional, this episode is for you. I am your host, Audrey Wiggins. Let's chop it up. Hello, Chop Squad. Audrey here. My guest this episode is Steve Feld from Arizona. He is going to unpack for us how to grow our business, achieve our goals, and reach our potential. It seems like a lot. He's got some problem children here to fix. So his belief is most businesses lack a solid marketing strategy, internal systems to drive profits, and struggle with sustainable revenue. So he helps skyrocket predictable profits through clarity of message, mission, and management by simply implementing strategic systems and processes to gain a competitive edge for long-term success. And the bottom line, he says, is in 45 minutes, he can uncover $50,000 or more in hidden revenues. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that screen. Now, a little background on Steve. He has over 30 years of extensive senior level experience in high competitive industries. He is an expert in all aspects of change management, operations, business development, marketing, sales, HR, customer service, leadership, and finance. And he is very passionate to see other business owners survive and thrive. Now, Steve has created and owned 6 high six-figure businesses, operated 3 other businesses, generating anywhere from $20 to $35 million in gross revenues. He's operated divisions for 3 brand name Fortune 500 companies. These have included being a COO and CFO for a large nonprofit organization, Director of Global Merchandise for the Harlem Globetrotters, General Manager for Rawhide, an 1880s Western themed town. And everyone's got to remember Rawhide. Taught karate for 5 years after earning his own black belt. And we're going to hear from Steve a little bit later. He also has his own podcast, so I'd love for the squad to, hop on over there, but not right now, to listen to the Biz Coach and Coffee. And that's going to be awesome. We'll get them links and things going better. So at this point, Steve, welcome to the Business Shop.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
Where we're going to start? Should we go straight to the bottom line, or just tell us how you're going to help us grow our business, achieve goals, and reach our potential?
Yeah, I primarily work with small business owners, entrepreneurs, and the biggest, I'd say, thing I see challenge is they're trying to be everything to everyone. Mm-hmm. And what happens is it ends up being that they're nothing to everyone. I hate to say it, I'll be that guy, but let's be real about it. If you're trying to be everything to everyone, your message is so watered down, no one really will get it. Maybe 1 or 2, and then they're going to realize you're going to realize they're not your ideal customer, and they're going to realize you're not there to help them solve their problems. So by really understanding, knowing who your target market is, what is their problem, was that target market's problem, and how you solve them is one of the greatest keys to success. Wow. And I've heard this argument a million times. Like, well, if I niche down, then I won't get X business.
Fear.
It's fear. And I'm telling you right now, that's bull hockey. It's grade A BS.
We can't have 2 markets. We can only pick one.
Well, pick one to start. And I always say, look at Amazon. We'll take Amazon.
Okay.
Amazon started with 1 market and 1 market only. They were hyper focused on selling what? Books.
Yes.
That's it. Books only. Yeah. Did they care about anything else that's being sold in the world? No. Nope. Just books. Once they got the books down and worked out the kinks and really had their message really rock solid, then they introduced one more thing, which was CDs. They got hyper focused on CDs and really knew that market and built that up. Once that was up and running, then they focused on the next one thing. Do you see? It's the Amazon effect.
Okay.
They focused on one thing at a time.
Yeah, I love it. All right, people. All right, Chop Squad. We have to have clarity and focus. Let's get some success. Repeat it, rinse and repeat several times, and then you can move on. Per Steve.
That's it. I mean, I know a coach, a very highly successful coach. They focused on one market only.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone said, well, you're so niche down, you're going to avoid everyone else. They go, I don't care.
That's right.
They attracted that market like a magnet because they said they spoke to people. I mean, look at, if you're in the mood, think of us. We're attracted to certain things that are in our world. We want our problems solved and we want a solution that we don't have.
Right.
We're going to seek that out. And if someone is so generalistic, I don't want to talk to them. But if someone is specific, I want to talk to them.
Yes.
You're not going to go to your general practitioner when you need a heart doctor.
That's right.
So that's why I say be specialized and you really know your market. You will attract people outside of it. Yes. Will you help them? Yes. But really know who your market is and talk to them. Solve their problems and your business will thrive.
Yeah. Because, and I think along with that is that we'll get better at what we're doing because we're doing the rinse and repeat thing with the same type of client, and we become more of an expert until, we are the one, or you are the one, Steve Feld, that the people are clamoring to.
Yeah. It doesn't mean you can't expand in the future.
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to do 10 things or work on 10 markets today, that means 1/10 of your time is focused.
Yeah.
Right. Focus 100% in one market right now. Once you have it built up, then you bring on the right people, put in the right systems and processes. So you are not the business and you can move on to the next thing.
Right. Talk to us a little bit about systems in there, in our process, I guess our processes, and then we can enter in the systems.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of businesses, especially I saw this in 2020. So they were coming to me. They're like, I went and called 10 business brokers and they all told me to go pound sand that I don't have a business to sell. And I said, you're right. You did not build a business, but I've been in business for 30 years.
Yeah.
But you didn't build a business. You built an income stream. And here's the difference. An income stream is a wonderful thing. So you build a business, you're getting income out of it. But if you retire, you go on vacation, you get sick, the business is shut down, period.
That's right.
That's an income stream. A business is you go on vacation for a month, never call the office, never get one email, and you come back a month later and the business has grown because you have people, systems, and processes in place.
Wow.
That's a business that you can sell one day and reward yourself with all that sweat equity you put in. And hopefully live large.
Right. So where do we start, Steve?
The first thing is you got to start, when you start growing your business at a certain point, you got to let go of those reins.
Okay.
Think of it, you've had kids, and at some point you got to stop holding them and cuddling them and let them walk.
Yeah.
So you got to hire the right people. And I learned this so long ago. Thank God I learned it. And was hire smarter people than me.
Oh, yes. That's awesome.
I learned that from someone. He goes, listen, I'm not the smartest guy. I don't know half the things these people do. He goes, but here's what I'm good at. I identify talent and find the best person to handle that one job. I just give them direction and I give them all the tools and support they need. And I stay the hell out of their way.
Perfect.
And this guy was grossly successful. I mean, and he only maybe worked 30 hours a week, but he was great at supporting the right people. And he just knew I have to give up the reins.
Okay.
I can't micromanage. I have to hire the right people. They're going to build your business.
Exactly.
You motivate, support, guide. That's your job now. You're not the technician anymore. You're the entrepreneur.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Yep. So with that, we have to have trust.
Oh, I'm not going to say you're going to find the right person right away. Believe me, as the
Even if it's
analogy said,
yeah,
you're
even
going to
if
kiss a few frogs here.
oh my goodness. But right person, wrong person, we still have to, when you talk about giving up the reins, that means that we have to trust. We have to give up this know-it-all attitude that nobody else can do it but me.
Yeah, and I see it all the time with business.
Of it.
Yeah, I mean, they're micromanaging the death out of their employees. They wonder why they have high turnover. They wonder why they're not attracting great employees. It's like, well, no one wants to work for you because you're micromanaging.
Yeah.
And they'll see that in the interview. Another thing is like the onboarding process, the whole hiring process. Most business owners have never had to do it on their own. They always let HR do it when they were in corporate. So that is all new to them. And there is a process to ways to hire the right people. And another lesson I learned a long time ago, and it's the greatest lesson, is hire slow, fire fast.
Okay.
So if someone is a bad fit, bad seed, whatever, toxic, get rid of them now, fast.
Yes.
Because it's like a cancer. It will spread throughout the rest of the organization.
Yeah, and it's nothing like being around toxic people.
Oh
my God.
We've all been there.
Yes. And the bad apple, I'm sorry, it does spoil the good ones.
It does. If you want to lose great employees, hire a bad employee.
Yeah.
That's one way to drive off the great ones.
Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So once we get our right team there, what's the sustainability with that?
Yeah, this is when you have to be that entrepreneur, that leader. Have strategic planning, your budgets, make sure all the roles are defined. Where is the business going? Because I see this with business owners all the time. I ask them, I've been teaching a class for 7 years called the ABCs of Starting a Business. Okay. And I talk to them about an exit strategy, and they're like, wait, we haven't even started the business. And you're already talking about exiting? I go, yeah. How do you know where you're taking your business if you don't know where you're taking it to? That's like getting in your car and just driving aimlessly around, and you want to go from LA to New York, but you have no plan. You don't know where New York even is.
No map, no GPS.
So you're just driving around going wherever. You might get there one day.
It's northeast somewhere over there.
Yeah. So what's the goal of your business? Is it to sell it to a competitor? Is it to sell it to someone else? Is it to legacy, to pass it on to your kids? And by the way, your kids don't want your business. Get over it. Life goes on. Next. Right. Yeah, I hear that from people. Well, my kids are going to take it over. Or are they in the business now? No, they don't want it. Yep, there's no plan. My kids don't want my business. I'll tell you that. And I don't want them to take over my business. I want them to live their life. Yes. To live what their dreams and passions are. Not mine. I'm living mine. Right. Not theirs. You've got us to let go of the reins. We hired some folks, some good folks. We hired the right folks. We're working in our niche. How can we now, in 45 minutes, and this is, you promised this, how can we uncover that 50K of hitting? I actually use proprietary software because I know there are smarter people in the world than me. All right, folks, you have to plug in to the Steve. If you want to know how to do that, you're going to have to work with them. And I don't blame you. That's great. And I do this. Go ahead. It's just, all I do is ask questions. I put them in a certain order. I can look at 12 different areas of your business. And in 45 minutes, we get through like 2 to 3 areas. Wow. That's usually enough. But it's things that we as business owners, it just happens. Everyone gets so focused on the business and the sale, and we forget about all the other things that have built our businesses or that where we can grow our business. So I just ask those questions. You're telling me the answers. I plug them in. And I let the 497 million algorithms do their job. And here comes the best part. So that's what we find. And now I get a report and an implementation schedule to actually, now we can make it a reality. Wow. So once you have that report and you're talking to us, is that
Do you coach us through that, or do you turn us loose, or what is the end process with that?
Yeah, that's where I definitely coach you through it, because
Mhm.
if you're like me and every other business owner on the planet, I'll get to it, right?
Yeah.
But
I
if you
have
have
my
a
own back
coach,
here list.
that's it. I mean, just think if a coach said to Michael Jordan, hey, go off and practice on your own, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
But if the coach says, listen, I'm going to see you tomorrow at 2:00 and we're going to practice and work on this, guess who will be there working hard?
Yeah. Mike. Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, I mean, he had over 20 coaches. And here he was trying to be a better basketball player. And he was already the best. And he knew he wasn't the best.
Wow.
Because he knows that
Healthy
coaches
way.
saw something in him that he can't see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I would say, be like Mike.
All right. Be like Mike and hire Steve.
I even wrote a book on how to find a business coach, why you need a business coach. So even if it's not me, there are questions in the book to ask before you hire someone to find the right person for you.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. So find the right coach for you and what you're looking for in your life and in your business.
Right. Right. And that's important too, because, the coach needs a coach. And so the business leader needs a leader or a coach, as we're talking like right now.
Yeah. I have 2 coaches.
Okay.
They do 2 totally different things in my world.
Mm-hmm.
They don't overlap. And years ago, I was struggling in one of my businesses. I mean, I was dying of death.
Wow.
And people were telling me, you need a coach. And finally, I let the ego go and I interviewed coaches, and I found this one person, and my life changed in 45 days. So did my business. And I was like, why did I wait? And since that day, I've always had a coach.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's important. That's good to hear that that lesson right there.
Oh, I learned it the hardest way.
Yeah.
I was going bankrupt.
I hear you.
I was right on the edge.
I'm teetering. I'm sitting here smiling, but
yeah. I mean, well, at the time, the wife was she was handing me divorce papers to look over too. It's like that's how bad it got. And then once everything turned around, it was like, okay, that all went away, all of it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, because we do have to, like you said, put that ego away. And sometimes I think the ego gets in there just because, there's some fear and shame and, wrapped up all in that.
Oh, I hit all those emotions.
Yeah. And I'm speaking from experience. Yeah, definitely.
Get a little tired of crying, waking up in a cold sweat at 2 a.m., worrying about how you're going to make payroll in 2 days. That got a little old. I'll tell you that.
That's right. Well, I'm glad you stuck it in there and got help, because now you can help the rest of us. Even though we may have made the mistakes, but we want, we can like stop living in that pot and get up and start, thriving, like you said, surviving and thriving as business owners. Okay, so you have your different books. You've got a podcast, Biz Coach and Coffee for small business owners and entrepreneurs. I want to make sure that the Chop Squad has the opportunity to, to sit at your feet a little bit more. And we'll have that link in the show notes, but it's bizcoach.lisbon, Lipson.com, so we can check that out. As well as you've written several books. So tell us about your books and how we can get those.
I got them definitely on Amazon.
Of course.
But they're also available on my website, and I'm on social media. Mm-hmm. And all the books were written actually for business owners, small business owners and entrepreneurs. Yeah. It's everything that they're telling me. And I'm like, I'm hearing the same reoccurring stories and patterns. It's like, let's put it in a book and really help them and not make it so technical, like how to read your financial statements.
Right.
Well, everyone. I mean, every business owner, I can't read them, so I don't look at them. Mm-hmm. Well, here's how to read them in a simple, you don't have to be an MBA or CPA to read it, and just look at 3 numbers. And then here's what it means, and here's how to pull the levers that'll impact your business. And that's all you really need to work at.
Okay, awesome. So are there any final words of advice that you'd like to give us?
Yeah, it's one of the many I've learned the hard way. I can talk about it now, but I was crying over it for years. And that was actually asking for help. It was the hardest thing in my life to do. Asking, proposing was easier, folks. I mean, guys, you'll get that one. So asking for help was harder.
Wow.
But it was the smartest thing I've ever done in my life. And I learned my lesson that small business owners, entrepreneurs, do not ask for help on anything because they think they know it all. And that's one of the biggest killers of your business. To this day, I ask the right people for help. They ask me. I'll be more than happy to share. It's like, I have a coach. We coach each other. It's not one of the two coaches, but we coach each other. They are in social media branding, totally different than what I do. So they come to me for drip campaigns and that kind of stuff, but they know Instagram and all those platforms.
Okay.
So we coach each other on it, and it's a wonderful thing, but I had to ask for help. And then they turned around and go, guess what? I'm struggling.
Wow.
And then they asked for help. Now we're both doing pretty good.
Yeah. All right, folks, if you have to ask, we have to ask the right questions, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable, because that's the whole piece right there. We talk about the ego.
Yeah.
It's no such thing as looking silly or dumb. It's always ask the question.
I don't judge anyone who asks for help. I really don't. I'm like, you're the smartest person I know right now. Because I've been through that.
Right.
And I thought I'm embarrassed. The anxiety, the shame, all that. And once I got the help, I was like, it all went away. And I realized I was an idiot thinking like that. I can say it now. At the time, I was like, I'll never do that. I know what I'm doing.
Right. Exactly. Oh my goodness. But well, Steve, it's been great talking to you today. I understand you do have something for our guests for the Chop Squad, and what is that?
Absolutely. It's my first book, 45-Minute Business Breakthrough. 8 simple steps so you can actually put in your business, marketing in your business today, and it's going to cost you, better not cost you a penny on advertising or marketing. If you're spending money on it, then I made it so you don't spend any money.
Okay. All right. And where can we find that?
It's at bizcoachsteve.com/100K.
All right. bizcoachsteve.com/100K. But Steve, it's been awesome conversating with you today. Yes, a little vernacular in there. No, seriously though, it was a great discussion and learned some things, and we all look forward to going a little bit deeper. So remember, folks, to plug into Steve's his podcast, and definitely grab his complimentary book there. And we'll see you next time. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to The Business Chop. We hope that you were able to glean valuable information from our guest, and that you will download and share this podcast. Your rating and review is much appreciated. To go deeper with our guests, please visit their website and social channels. To learn more about us, please visit businesschop.info or altogether.biz, where we will help you expand your brand.